The realities of friendship between men and between women. I know, guys, a much sought after topic, extremely. I'm still outside, guys, and I'm just observing. And ultimately, these things are coming to mind, of course. And what more relevant to speak on than something that we're literally seeing with our own eyes here on this amazing planet? What's more relevant than that, guys? So look, ultimately, friendship of all kind is always a great thing. We need friends, ultimately, and we need people around us to go through the battles that life often has. You need companionship. We are social beings. That's why the goal of human life is ultimately to get to heaven and to bring your partners there with you. And ultimately, to do that, you need to be the person capable of doing it. And secondary to your relationships with your partner, of course, are your friendships and familial relationships. The only thing is, man, these friendships are messy. Very, guys. And maybe this is something that people don't speak on much. However, I always try my absolute best to speak on things that I have directly experienced or have seen experienced directly around me or have heard of directly. And guys, look, being friends as a man with ladies and vice versa, it is important because ultimately they always give you cues and insight into what that sex likes, and it will aid you in being the person you need to be, let's say for your partner. However, the thing with that is it gets messy, man, because it's just, you're always like, yeah, my friend, my friend, my friend, right? That's my friend. I just want to know this. The relationship and the closeness that you have with your friend, that's a girl or that's a guy, would you want your partner to have that same relationship with someone when you two are together? Married. Would you want that? And I'm sure you could say, hey, Gabriel, that's an insecure thing. That's what I've been told to believe. Oh, insecurity here and there. Yes, I would love it for my partner to have a ton of friends that are of a different sex to her. And I would do the same. You just have my girlfriends that we go out with and my boyfriends that we just talk. Sometimes when I hear stuff like that, I always say, brother and sister, who are you trying to fool? What do you mean? You know how men are. Even if she's your friend, bro, I know for a fact that you've thought at least one time about you guys being together. I know that. Because for you to be like, no, I would never be with her, is because in your mind it has entered the thought of possibly being with her. And so you looked at these things as to saying why I wouldn't be with her. Do you understand that? Every time. Because even my, let's say, acquaintances who have friends that are girls, they always say that. It's like, oh no, we couldn't be together because of this, because of this. Okay. So if she didn't have that, what would be? Oh, we'll be together. So in other words, your friendships. Do you guys understand that? Like, so in other words, you're friends because she doesn't meet a certain thing to be your girlfriend. But if she had that certain thing, she would be your girlfriend. It's like when my friends that's a guy, I don't say, oh yeah, if he had this, we'd be together. Obviously not, because I'm a straight male. And because you're my friend, my brother. It's just, man, all of this stuff, bro. It's confusion. Because I heard this, man. Let me speak on something directly from experience. So last semester here at the University of Pittsburgh, I was in a friend group, and we would have lunch occasionally and this and do those things. And ultimately, let's say the girl that I was in the friend group with, she grew a liking to me, and I had a liking of her the semester prior. I had seen her and I said, okay, that is someone that I could see myself really pursuing something serious with. And of course, we spoke and all of this, and I said, man, like, yeah, knowing her, I wouldn't be with her because of these things, and we have different values and different beliefs, which is true. And so, yeah, that was in my mind, right? It's just okay. Every other day you spend time with them, and it's in a group setting. All the time you're in a group and you guys are talking, and I mean, it was kind of funny, man. Because I'm a male. So my brain is programmed to reproduce. You understand that, guys? My brain is programmed to reproduce with the best possible partner. And sometimes just with a partner. That's why you have to have wisdom in it. I digress from that, though. So we're in the group, right? And we're always talking everything. And the whole time that we're in this relationship of friendship, right? When we interact, it's always talking about guys. She would talk about guys and I talk about girls. And I would say, yeah, I prefer her to do this. And she'd be like, oh, well, I don't do this. And she would say, oh, the guys to do this. And I'm like, in my mind, of course, I'm like, oh, well, I don't do that. And so ultimately this was the case. We would hang out and we would do this all the time, and buddies would be there, and it would always be kind of just her and I speaking, and then others would hear it. You get me? And they would observe what it is that we're speaking on. But it's kind of as if we're dating as a friendship. You understand what I'm saying? Like we're dating in our friend get-together situations, and others are merely observing it. And so ultimately, guys, as it happens to be, all your buddies and friends aren't going to be there all the time. And then, oh, what do you know? We start to spend time together. And yeah, it's like, well, ultimately you had this feeling, right? And the person's feeling may have never gone. And I later down the line found out that this person would always be talking to another buddy of mine about me and how she fancied me and all these things. And of course that plays off in the interaction. And in my end, if I fancied her as well, maybe not to the same extent, but even just a little bit, I mean, more time, brother. Women know how to get a man to like them. I mean, it's the reality, dude. You get what I'm saying? Men cannot seduce to the same level as women, in my opinion. Not in general. So yeah, and we start to spend more time and all of this, and it's alone, and then, oh, hey, it was nice. You know what? It's kind of late now. Let me like take you back to your place because I'm treating you as a friend that I would treat as my friend that's a guy. If I was eating with my friend that's a guy and it was late, I would drive him to his house. You're my guy, bro. I have a car. You get me? It's the least that I could do. Why walk when I'm able to take you? I mean, as a friend, especially this time of night, the day is important, so that's what I would do. And so, of course, because that was the other thing, man. I remember I kind of wanted to see what this was about, this male and female friendship, let's say, bonanza. And I don't use that in a derogatory way. But I wanted to see what it was about. So I remember when I first met her, and I could tell that she was very much interested in me. And I just was like, okay, I'm going to treat her as a friend, right? This is how guys and girls do it. Let me just treat her as a friend. And so what do? I treat her the same way I would my friend that's a guy. And I ask her for her phone number. She's like, oh, my phone. I'm like, oh, bro. I'm just like, bro, you're a friend. Aren't we friends? Can't we do friendships? I don't really get it. That's what they tell me. Male and female friendships. Isn't that what we do? Why is it that I can't be a friend with you? Of course, man. because you kind of have to close an eye, man. You know what I mean? Like, look away, so to speak, from the things that are just in the obvious present moment. Do you know how common that is, the situation that I'm describing to you, in just actual everyday relationships? Do you know how many women, especially at my age and where I am, I'm in school here, and the majority of women are, let's say, in their youthful attraction prime stage, how people look at it. So the majority of women are attracted to very attractive. So the majority of women that are at the school who have male friends, brother, guarantee the man tries something or the man was interested and she knows it, but he's just there because you get free attention. I mean, if I was a lady, I would do the same. If I was a lady, right, and I wasn't aware of Christ and I'm in this secular world, I mean, I would do the same. Oh, free attention from men? Oh, come here, guys. Just play with them. And I know it's a bad thing, but that's the reality. So yeah, anyway, back to the story. So yeah, and then we would start to go home, not together, right? But I'm driving her home and that, and then all of a sudden, feelings start to come up. Not like real deep suited love feelings, but just feelings of man and woman. And yeah, then you start to get kind of a liking. And that happened to me. I was like, man, okay. I'm just going to see what happens with this girl. And yeah, then I was like, man, let's date and this. And, we kissed each other. And yeah, I mean, it was going to go a bit further than that. I just saw a classmate, but yeah, it was going to go a bit further from that. And I just remember, man, like, the invitation to come to their house and to, let's say, have intercourse with them. And dude, I'm a man. What's my goal? Is to reproduce. What is fornication? It's the action of reproducing without actually reproducing in every extent. So I'm like, man, why wouldn't I? And, it took a lot of courage. It took a lot of faith. It took a lot of discipline for me to say no, because ultimately I always knew that was the wrong thing. It's just, I'm like, man, and that's me who's been informed, and I gratefully have had the tribulations of my life to be formed, to be able to say no and to be able to fend off that attack from the enemy, man. And I wasn't quite sure, man, if this lady was a Jezebel, because that's a bit harsh for me to just say because of this. It was just, I remember speaking about them and with them about their like past and sexual past, and how they would just kind of sleep around. And it just kind of gave me that vibe, man. I didn't go out of my way for this person at all. It was all merely presented there. And yeah, it's a bit crazy, man. It's just, this is what friendships with men and women will do, bro. Friendships with men and women always teeter on the line. Because I know, and then you say, well, is it a me problem? And maybe it is a me problem, right? Maybe this isn't something that occurs with men and women in general. The thing is, if you're a man that's doing what you're supposed to do, which I can say that I am, every day I'm still learning, but I can definitely say I'm on that path, the same will happen to you, without a doubt. You're programmed for marriage, brother. You get what I'm saying? God is prepping you for marriage. So the woman that you're going to interact with, in a way, is going to represent the sex or the being of what you would marry. So your marriage qualities inherently are going to come out to the forefront. And any woman that is just in tune with her woman side at all is going to want to be with a man that could be their partner and could lead them in marriage. So, I mean, and vice versa. If you're a lady getting married getting ready to get married, the same thing is going to be displayed. So, yeah, guys. In my opinion, don't have intimate friendships with the opposite sex, guys. It doesn't make sense, especially not now. When you're older in life, and you're actually mature enough to do it, it makes even less sense, because hopefully then you have a partner. And why would you want to be in close relationships with someone of a different sex that isn't your partner? That doesn't make sense. That wouldn't be very respectful to your partner, or them to you. So yeah, guys. Whew. I'm very passionate about this, man. And yeah, guys, girls watching this, please, it's okay to have acquaintances. It's okay to eat with the other sex. Just make sure to do your best to do that in group situations and group settings, because ultimately it's only going to impact you. It's not going to impact, I mean, another person directly. It's going to be your life. And don't you want your life to be everything that it's meant to be? So yeah, guys, please understand what I'm saying here today. Understand that, I mean, it's all very important, because these small things, man, do you understand the impact of having sex with a random girl or a friend that you wouldn't be with, and for a reason you wouldn't be with each other? And now all of a sudden you have things that you wouldn't want to have in your brain, and her brain. And her ability to connect to her partner is completely changed now. And impacted in a negative light. Because ultimately, brother and sister, you're doing what's meant for marriage. And I mean, if our goal is to be in unison connected with our partner, and you're dampening that ability to do so, and your ability as a lady especially to be present in love, because as men, our responsibility is to create love, and it's for our partner to be in love. If you sleeping with this friend is dampening the ability to do that, well, ultimately it's going to dampen your fulfillment in life. So yeah, guys and ladies, hope that you were able to learn something. I really hope that our conversation today really kind of showed you a different perspective that maybe you haven't heard spoken on, or really just in the world around you. And yeah, man, with this information, it's able to impact your life even in the slightest bit. Thank you all, guys. Of course, if any of you would want to have more direct and personalized coaching with me, my Instagram is Gabriel Hoggard _, and leave a message here. I'm next, anything like that, guys. And I'm always here to help with anything at all. And anything that you guys would like me to have a conversation with you all about, please feel free to drop below as well. Much love, guys. Take care. Deuce.